Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 84, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Jonathan Tah is suspended for our next Bundesliga game, and also getting some scouting updates as well, the first of the new 9-month missions for our scouts currently based in Germany and Brazil. Now of course, this is most likely going to be our final season in career mode, so you may wonder why I'm even bothering doing this, but we're now outside the January transfer window, which means that of course we can't sign any more players unless we just bring in some free agents, and because of that I felt we have the scouts there, we got some money left over, we're not going to spend it on anything, so we may as well see if we can unearth the next Thomas Muller or the next Ronaldinho. Well, we have the next Ronaldinho, but I've loaned him out because he was pretty poor, but either way, I'm just sending them out, see what they can find. I don't know why, I just really enjoy youth scouting, and even though the players probably won't get any game time, and even if we sign them to our academy and promote them, it's still fun to see what players we can pick up, and we'll see whether we can find any decent young talent. But still, for the first game of today's episode here, we take on FSV Mainz in the Bundesliga, coming on the back of our fantastic 3-0 victory against Schalke in the last game in the last episode. Now returning home to the Volkspark Stadion, I rested an awful lot of players for this game due to fitness reasons. One player that did have a rest as well and get put on the bench was Angel Correa, but I brought him off the bench at half-time as we were still deadlocked at 0-0, had done virtually nothing in the first half, and due to the fact the away side came here and were just passing the ball around, not looking to get attacked, I knew for sure we wouldn't get many chances in this game, so I thought if we were going to get one, we'd need to take it, and we need our best striker for the job to take that chance. Angel Correa came off the bench, and 5 minutes into the restart, his first shot was saved by the goalkeeper admittedly, but it came straight back to him on the rebound, and he actually rose really high to win the header and put it into the back of the net and into the open goal. So final score in this game was Hamburg 1, Mainz 0, and you may sit there and think, 2 chances really? Well yes, that was all there were, 2 chances. We had a few attempts, but most of them were blocks and half-hearted efforts, whereas Mainz only had one real chance, which came in the first half, and of course you saw Valente made a good save for it, but other than that, nothing really went on, and that's the biggest problem we have in this year's FIFA, which we all seriously hope gets changed for next year. If you're an offline gamer like me, if you play on Legendary like me, you will know this if you have your own career mode. The teams that you face often will always play possession-based football, and that's totally fine, but lots of them never bother getting attacks on your goal, and of course you struggle to get the ball off them, which means that the games are low scoring and have very low opportunities and low chances, and that was just one of those games really. Only 2 proper chances, but fortunately we took the one we got, and Angel Correa scored once again. So Correa once again proving his worth as he made it 1-0, and of course we won the game by a goal to nil. So now 4 wins in a row, in all competitions, on a good win streak right now, beginning to gain momentum, beginning to look a little bit stronger, and after what's been a very subpar season, this is more like it. But for our second of 3 games in today's episode, we travel away from home but remain in the Bundesliga to take on FC Cologne here. First chance fell to the home side, Valente made a good save in it from the corner, Lewis Holtby headed the header off the line and turned it behind for another one. So still goalless in this game with the home side, looking to take the lead in the first half. But in the second half here, 5 minutes after the restart, Yannick Gerhardt got on the ball and had a good chance to score against his former club after he was fouled by Correa. He cut inside to shoot on his preferred left foot, but could only hit the post, and Cologne got the ball away, and it was how the game would finish as well, a goalless draw. And it's such a shame to say this, but as I just touched on it a minute ago, we were playing quite well, we were gaining momentum, but now we have a goalless draw, and this is what brings us back down to earth. And it's so annoying to have to sit here and tell you this all the time, but I am so sick of this year's FIFA, and I was sick of this year's FIFA a month into it because of games like that one. I just couldn't carve out too many chances, and once again there were a few shots, but for the most part they were half-hearted efforts, and again it was just one of those matches where I played it and I came towards the end of it and I thought to myself, I don't know what highlights I'm going to show in this game because there was barely anything to show whatsoever. So either way, for next year, as I touched on it a minute ago, for next year I know that you guys are as hopeful as I am. We need to make sure that AI play different ways sometimes instead of the possession-based football which every single team seems to have, and we need to make sure that they're more urgent, more, you know, have a higher tempo, a higher sense of urgency, and they actually try and and attack and try and score goals, because there are just too many games where they might have 1 or 2 shots, but other than that, nothing really goes on. But still, for the third and final game of today's episode here, we take on VFL Bochum. It's crazy how quickly this episode's going, but taking on VFL Bochum here for the third and final game of today's episode. Still in the Bundesliga, trying to return to winning ways. The undefeated streak may still be alive, but we want to get back on a win streak and try and start it off here with a good win away from home. And the first couple of chances did fall to us, a couple of early shots on goal, but the goalkeeper was equal to both attempts. It was still goalless. But in the 25-minute mark here, Marco Reus gets on the ball and plays it through towards our skipper Holtby. He finds Coutinho, who plays a great through ball in towards Angel Correa, who didn't score in the last game but does score here and makes it VFL Bochum 0, Hamburg 1, 27 minutes in. So a pretty simple passing move there, just worked our way from the back after a free kick from Saul, kept hold of that ball, kept the passing short and simple, and then once Coutinho played for Angel Correa, he was not going to miss. We finesses the ball into the top corner, and the Argentine scores once again his 16th goal in the Bundesliga as we take the lead in this game. And 10 minutes after that goal, we had a good chance to double our advantage. Masuaku gets on the ball, plays a great through ball over the top towards Correa, beats the last man here, takes it round him, he catches up, but then he beats him with a Berber spin, goes for goal, and finds the back of the net for a second time, and 5 minutes before the break, makes it VFL Bochum 0, Hamburg 2, and scores his second of the game. So Correa once again proving his worth to the team, showing us that in this series, even though goals have been hard to come by, just like my entire experience with FIFA 16, he is always going to be scoring the goals when he gets the chances. He's just so lethal, so clinical, and that's now his 17th goal in the Bundesliga as well. And touch wood, once again, he's on course for another 20 plus goal season, and I think he'll be the first striker in this FIFA that has averaged 20 plus goals year after year, so that's pretty impressive. So Correa getting another goal, but how about this? 3 minutes after the restart, we went into the break 2 goals up, but just as the second half began, VFL Bochum got themselves into the area, and this is a really weird penalty decision here, because the cross comes into the centre, it deflects off Masuaku, Valente claims it under no pressure, and then the referee gave a penalty for that. Now, a question for you guys, do you think that was a penalty? Because to me, that did not look like a spot kick at all. I thought that was just a really soft decision there. I can understand why the follow through took him down, but seriously, that did not seem like a penalty to me. So in the end, I was glad to see that justice, in my opinion, was served. Cesar Valente pulled off the save and kept the score at 2-0 and kept hold of his clean sheet, at least for now. Denying the number 29, Alex Hunter would not be proud. A terrible finish, and I would Liam Cullen. A terrible finish, and it's a simple save for Cesar Valente. So still 2-0 to Hamburg in this game. Valente with another penalty save. He saved quite a few penalties in his career, and there's another one there. So still 2-0 to Hamburg. It became 3 as well 12 minutes after the restart, but sadly for us, Angel Correa, who had the ball in the back of the net for a third time, thought he'd scored our third goal and his third goal as well to get his hat-trick, but as you can see, after Coutinho played him through, he'd strayed just offside, and it was the correct decision by the Lino. So they may have called a penalty wrong in my opinion, but that was definitely a good decision. Very good call by the Lino. So still 2-0 to Hamburg, but the truth of the matter is, despite Bochum getting that penalty decision going for them, we were still the far superior side, and directly from that free kick they gave the ball away. Yannick Gerhardt turned his man on a sixpence, played it through towards Coutinho, who just had an assist chalked off, but they're not going to chalk that goal off. Coutinho played forward by our number 25, and a really smart finish by the Brazilian as well. But what a turn this was by Yannick Gerhardt, and a great little ball through as well by our holding midfielder. Coutinho finished the chance off well, made it 3-0, and we are in cruise control on the stroke of the hour mark and on course for another 3 points. So still 3-0, and 5 minutes after that, yet another chance for Hamburg as Coutinho finds Correa here. Lovely burst spin to beat his man, but he still had an awful lot of work to do here, Angel Correa, and after taking out a couple of defenders, he went for goal, and for the third goal of the game for Correa, it's safe to say that he got quite fortunate with this one, and we got some bad luck with the penalty, but we got some good luck for this goal, and of course it wasn't really going to mean much, but still, this is why I never really get too mad when things seem to be going against me in FIFA in terms of luck, because I know eventually it'll even itself out. We got some really good fortune for this goal. It was some good work by Correa to cut inside from the left, but that finish took a massive deflection off the back of the defender and crept in off the inside of the far post. So Correa gets his hat-trick, his first of the series, and our first hat-trick of the series as well, I do believe, as he makes it 4-0 to Hamburg with his 18th goal in the Bundesliga this season. So VfL Bochum 0, Hamburg 4, the point secured in style, and we still had time as well in stoppage time to get a 5th goal on the board, and Philippe Coutinho got his 2nd of the game as well. So this game was a great performance and a great team performance from Hamburg, both defensively and offensively, but really the two players that stole the show, Philippe Coutinho and Angel Correa. Fantastic performance from both. Coutinho with 2 assists and 2 goals, 3 goals for Angel Correa, and a superb performance by the boys who play in the attacking midfield and striker positions, showing exactly why our offenses run through the middle of the park, because they are so effective and so important to our chances of the treble this year.
It was absolutely extraordinary, exceptional, elegant, excellent.
Well, he goes across and grabs the match ball from the ref, a hat-trick, and that's to be treasured by any player.
And after a disappointing goalless draw, this was the way to respond. A 5-0 victory against VfL Bochum, one of our biggest wins of this series. And for the second time in 2 episodes, we have a game where we score 5 goals or more. FIFA 16 may be a very frustrating game to play, but when I'm on my game, I'm confident that we can get Hamburg the treble with performances like those. But that is going to be today's episode of my Bundesliga career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Likes, of course, much appreciated. It really helps the channel grow as well. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Bundesliga career mode very soon.